Hello and welcome to Good Brews Bad Views, the podcast that asks if great beer makes bad movies any better. I'm your host, Max Nestorowicz, and as always, joined by my arachnophile co-hosts, one, James Thorpe.
Hi.
Good stretch. Good
yeah.
James.
Good work.
Good stretch.
Yeah.
And
Nice
one,
number for
Ryan
the
Everard.
podcast. Hello.
And returning to the podcast for his fourth appearance,
Woo.
notable arachnophobe, Jordan Ferraro.
Oh, boy.
Welcome, buddy.
Thanks.
So, Jordan, have
Yeah.
you recovered since the Star Wars holiday special that we forced you through? Or forced all of ourselves through?
That was rough.
That aged him about a decade.
That was a different kind of... Was that the most recent one, or was Batman and Robin more recent? I can't remember.
No. The Star Wars was the last time you were on.
That was tough.
Yeah.
rough stuff.
But-
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
I couldn't remember where it happened because I blocked it out. So thanks for bringing that one back.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's what the whiskey was for.
Right.
So we are watching Arachnophobia
Yes.
today.
Yeah.
So usually, for this podcast, how this works is the three of us and our guest have watched the movie beforehand and are able to make some fine anecdotal comments and jokes and such about the movie as we watch it as sort of a commentary track. However, we've changed things up for this episode. Jordan has not watched this movie before, so it is his own personal Good Brews Blind Views.
Right.
While the three of us have, as we want to deliver to you, the podcast listener, pure, unfiltered terror on his part.
So this episode has been a long time in the making. So Jordan is being a great sport with this. So we constantly harass you with spider-related things because you don't like them.
This is yeah.
We're a little sadistic about it. So this is actually a big deal that you came on for this. So thank you so much for being a good sport.
Thank you. No, it's cool.
This is really
Thanks
cool.
for having me. I'm looking forward to it. I was a little apprehensive, not just because of like I hate spiders, but also I'm sort of like with horror movies. I usually kind of like have to get myself into the right mindset to be scared by them.
Right.
So I was a little nervous that I would come on and it wouldn't be entertaining. But then now that I know that it's more of a horror comedy, like, I know I can at least still enjoy the movie and have a regular. Yeah, it should be good.
Show enough.
Assuming of course I'm not just telling you to shut it off and hiding under a blanket.
There may be a running bet if that happens.
Right. Yeah. So I'm very excited to kind of get this one going.
Yeah. Yep. It is a very, very steamy 9 billion
God,
degrees
it's
outside. So thankfully we're in our
horrid.
nice, cool basement with our nice, refreshing beer.
Yes.
Which is what?
We are
Let's talk
drinking
that up real
today
quick.
Festina Pêche from Dogfish Head, a Neo-Berliner Weisse with a lot of peaches in it. So perfect for warm weather. Berliner Weisse is a traditional German summer-style beer, typically very low in the ABV, 2.5 to 3.5. This is a little higher at 4.5. That's maybe why it's a Neo-Berliner Weisse, but
Sure.
very, very light, very crisp and dry, and great for weather such as the days with weather like this.
Yarp.
Good choice.
Very refreshing.
And obviously spiders are afraid of peaches, so it's
Yeah.
Presumably
No,
so.
This is
It's
protection.
Presumably
extra.
so.
All
All right, Ryan, why don't you tell the fine people at home where they can watch this movie?
The fine person?
Fine person.
Yes. All right. Welcome, person. So if
Hi,
you're
Mom.
watching along at home, yeah, right. We are watching on Amazon Prime right now. So we are 14 seconds in. The Hollywood Pictures logo has just faded from the screen to black. So if you're watching along, press play now.
Anyone else think that Hollywood Pictures logo looks a little bit like the old Sierra computer software?
it does a
Yes.
little bit.
Like King's Quest fame?
There was a Sierra Quest game that I played called
No.
Police Quest.
Yeah, Police Quest is a classic.
Yeah. And Leisure Suit Larry.
Well, yeah.
No.
So, Max, you and I talked a little bit before we got recording that the entire opening scene to this movie, I don't remember just at all.
Yeah. So so here we have opening over the, I think it's Venezuelan jungle, or what is supposed to be the Venezuelan jungle. Oddly enough, with no like opening theme, just like jungly sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, is there supposed to be sound here?
Version track. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Now I
didn't
hear
switch the
birds.
thing.
Yeah,
I didn't do the needful.
And yeah, like this movie Arachnophobia used to be on like TNT or USA like every Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it was always on.
every Saturday afternoon. And so like I've seen a handful of scenes from this, but never did I catch the opening like 15 minutes we have here.
That hat is awesome.
Miami Dolphins, yeah.
That is a hat style that has come back into style
did you-
in the last.
Did you catch that last credit, Jordan?
Yeah,
I don't know
and
if you
John
knew he was
Goodman.
in this movie.
I did
John
know
Goodman.
because so my experience with Arachnophobia is that we had the MS DOS like side scroller when I was a kid.
Oh,
Mm.
nice. All right, so we've got just a group of, I don't know, bugologists in the jungle right now.
Entomologist.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Does entomology also cover arachnids?
I believe it does.
Fair enough.
The guy playing Dr. Atherton here looks like he's auditioning for a fucking Die Hard villain.
Yeah.
This is manly.
Man,
Yep.
manly. Man-eating dinosaurs. So they're gathering their equipment, moving to their choppa.
Getting to that chopper.
You do got to get to that chopper.
Science choppa.
Outside of the helicopter, this could be mistaken for a scene from Bridge over the River Kwai.
Or from the opening of Anaconda.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Bum, ba, 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 ba.
I was going more for the fact that looked really old, except for
Yeah.
the helicopter.
And
Well,
you can see
also-
the fucking, like, there's some sort of transparent material in front of the lens here. It's kind
Mhm.
of jittering around.
Yeah.
So, I think his name is coming up, but Steven Spielberg is an executive producer on this movie.
And so is Kathleen Kennedy, isn't she?
I believe so.
Huh.
So this is like obviously pre-Jurassic Park, but there's a lot of little touches in this that remind me of Jurassic Park, just from like these helicopter shots and some of the
quasi-science.
well,
like,
the quasi-science and some of the sets that are coming up remind me a little bit of things from Jurassic Park.
mm-hmm.
So, but
Do you know
the
who did the
director of
score
this
for
film.
this? Do you know who did the score?
That'd be Trevor Jones. I know him from Labyrinth and The Dark
Okay.
Crystal.
So we just had the cameraman in the helicopter had a big fucking ant on his leg, and we just learned that they're pretty dangerous, but only in large quantities if they're all biting on you.
But this movie is directed by Frank Marshall. This is his directorial debut, but he's been one of Spielberg's producers for, I guess, a long time at this point. So,
You definitely don't want to let those ants do a bite on you.
nope.
It was big ant. Some beautiful shots here. Some good landscapes. A sinkho. That's just a lady who doesn't have any buoyancy.
My uncle works for InGen. They have him out in Costa Rica or someplace like
Right.
that.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
So again, this entire if you had held a gun to my head and sat me down and made me watch this and tell you what movie it was from before yesterday, I would have died because I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Executive producer Steven Spielberg.
yeah, Steven Spielberger. Very uncomfortable on that chopper.
Yep.
You're really selling it there, Doc. I can't
Yeah.
wait to go down. That's always cool when there's smoke in a chopper landing.
Mm-hmm.
Are helicopters allowed to land in movies if there isn't smoke under them?
No, they have to hover.
Yeah.
It's either a smoke or a waterfall. So those
Yeah,
are the
right.
rules.
That guy looks like a knockoff Billy from, not Billy, but a knockoff
Benny?
from Predator with the.
Oh.
that's his bad minigun.
It's like
his toy Toy minigun.
Jesse the Body.
Ventura. Yeah.
yeah.
Governor Ventura.
Did you know that he runs a podcast out of like the Twins? I think he still lives in the Twin Cities.
Oh, jeez. That's something I might want to listen to
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to experience it.
yeah.
He
Podcast or some kind of radio show.
Yeah. Football.
footy
I think
kicks.
being a wildlife photographer would be a very interesting job.
I think it'd be very interesting, but also very uncomfortable a lot of the times. Just
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the poses you see them always in.
just the environments you have to go to, the bugs.
The things you have to let
There's your
crawl
Kathleen
over
Kennedy.
you
Yeah,
to
right.
get the shot.
Yeah, sitting in one spot still
For fucking hours.
12 hours so
Yeah.
that something doesn't forgets you're there.
Yeah, doing the Lord's work. Bless you all for bringing us such beautiful photographs.
Yep. But I always seem to see the
Boys.
photos of like the animals like
Birds.
crawling on top of the photographer, like
Right.
foxes or
Yeah.
cats or whatever.
Or elephants.
Sure.
Come on.
Atherton's got a cool voice.
He does.
He's just cool British guy voice. Mr. Manley. It's my online alias.
That sounds like a name that you hear in like Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Peck Manley.
Manley.
I
Man,
feel like
I
that
get
is from something.
I get wild with mustard when I'm eating barbecue, but man, this guy's got it all over his face and stuff. That was a bad face paint joke.
Yeah,
That's all right. You tried.
Tune me out.
Take Smoky Eye to the next level.
Yikes.
He's smart.
So the
Like,
opening.
he's just like, he's gonna die.
Yeah,
Yep.
like, well, bye, white folks.
Yeah.
The opening to this movie actually, I like this. See, it's like a spider coming down on the thread.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Great shot. And is this a set? It must be a set.
It must be a set.
It's a fucking great set. It's huge.
And again, I think that's the influence of Steven Spielberg on this, particularly like in this opening.
There's his minigun.
Yep.
Right.
It's just a fucking
Yeah,
t-shirt
it
launcher.
looks too picturesque to not be a set.
Right.
Yeah.
And on left of frame right now, we have one of the ugliest people I've ever seen. Good God.
He will be out uglied by a child later in this film.
Can't wait.
Keep your eyes peeled. Oh no, it's pretty apparent.
Yeah,
I'm curious about this because this, I don't know.
it's tough to tell, right?
Yep, it's tough to tell.
So maybe we'll do
Yeah. I tried to dig up a little bit of information about this, but didn't find a lot, surprisingly. But I didn't look that hard, so.
I feel like the way that the ground just moved there says it's a set.
Yeah.
But I would be thrilled to be proven wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm looking. What I want to see is like a lot of the tree roots and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Because that's hard to replicate.
Fucking bugs. Well, that's definitely something an indigenous person would tell you. You know, don't die because you're too heavy to carry out. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be so uncomfortable right now. It's just seeing this thing.
Well,
The way the way the
wouldn't
camera
be here.
pans here also reminds me a lot of something from Jurassic Park. Like some kind of discovery within the jungle, and they would slowly
Right.
pan.
Start kind of nearer the canopy and descend.
Well,
down.
there's a lot of those shots in Jurassic Park 2 when they first get to the island and what's his name? Vince Vaughn's character is taking shots while they're looking for Jeff Goldblum's girlfriend.
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh, you remember a surprising amount of that movie.
I do, and I don't know why because it's
'cause
not very good.
Not at all.
It's okay.
It's serviceable. It's better than
it's
3.
a serviceable sequel. Better
Yeah.
than 3. Yeah.
True.
Which
a man
is a shame.
gets eaten in half, gets ripped in half by 2 Tyrannosauruses in that movie, so
Right.
it's okay by me.
And it's a shame that Sam Neill was in such a crappy movie because Sam Neill is just so good.
I know. As a kid, I was really excited for 3. I think I saw it with you, James.
Yeah, I think you, Ryan, and I went.
You get a T-shirt,
We
Thunk.
were-
You get a T-shirt,
I was
Thunk.
excited for Sam Neill's character to be in it again, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is just kind of...
Dr. Alan Grant was such a just role model to me. He was my hero man growing up. Just jacking it.
Yeah. This thing is powered by refried beans.
Yeah. So,
That sounds
James,
delicious.
have you made a decision yet on whether you think this is a set or not?
No, I have
It's
not.
really tough to tell.
If it's a set, it's very
It's
complex.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the great debate of this episode.
Yeah. Set or not set?
Right. So
Like, comment, and subscribe if you know if
Right.
this is a set or location.
he says ominously.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they just fogged the shit out of the canopy
Mm-hmm.
with presumably some toxic fumes.
Yeah.
That is, I guess, okay for humans to breathe, but not bugs. I don't know.
Well, the fumes went up, so they're fine.
Definitely.
Butterflies.
Oh yeah, that's why the photographer's here.
Yeah.
For pictures.
The atmosphere of this opening is really nice. Just, they're on this expedition, and it, the lack of a soundtrack.
Yeah,
for the
it's
most
good.
part.
Manly is doing a very admirable job of looking very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an insult though. Like that's actually
That'd be cool, like having
Yeah,
a bug named
That'd
after
be
you.
sweet, bruh. Yeah, I took the first picture of that thing.
Heavy thud.
But Atherton could be a straight out character from Jurassic Park. You know,
Oh,
just
yeah,
the way he
definitely.
approaches his trade or whatever.
Shooter.
Yeah, that's yeah. His uncle works for
Yeah.
Engine.
It's fucking Muldoon's dad.
Nope.
Ugh.
Spider count number 1.
Oh God. If anyone has counted the number of spiders in this movie, please let us know your final tally. Because it's huge.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you've counted the spiders in this movie.
Fuck this.
Nope.
Jordan jump
Nope.
scare number 1.
Nope.
Drinking game at home.
Don't
Don't
like
drinking
it.
along with us. Whenever
Don't
you
like
hear
it.
Jordan exclaim in alarm, have a drink. If you're still alive afterwards, let us know.
Yeah, right. And you extincted it.
Yeah, after I killed it.
Yeah.
One man
Exactly.
genocide.
Dude. Fuck.
A+ job on the subtitles for this on Amazon, as the Spanish is actually in Spanish and not just like speaking Spanish.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So that's chloroform. As I've had to do this before.
With a spider?
Just not with spiders, right?
Now, with other bugs though. So I used to work in a chemistry lab, and bugs would find their way into the lab from time to time, and we had some pretty high-powered
Cartoon
microscopes,
rabbit? Oh, sorry.
and we like to, put up pictures for tours or whatever. So there were some large spiders, or we once found a very large beetle outside, and I did the diligence or did the needful, and preserved them for science.
I like all these very deliberate shots of that was
Clearly
really,
someone just tossing a rubber spider.
that was really funny. But I was gonna say I really like that there's a lot of deliberate shots of like their legs brushing up against like
Stuff.
brush and stuff. Like
Brush and stuff is my oral care store that I'm going to open up.
I like this shot just from a scientific perspective because you know what's great for precise scientific equipment is an unending stream of mist from a waterfall in the distance.
Yes.
well, yeah.
Yes. Even if it's just a microscope.
Yeah.
Atherton, so calm and collected all the time. Lunch is ready.
He looks really familiar.
The guy who plays Manly?
No. The Spanish guide.
Yeah, actually, him and Atherton are very familiar to me.
Yeah.
Welp.
It's cousin It.
I guess I didn't realize the spiders were big spiders in this movie.
Well,
We're not going to spoil
we're not going to
anything,
spoil anything.
but they become the size of
Bum,
pickup
bum,
trucks.
bum, 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 bum.
You would never do this.
No.
Well, I mean, he is like ill. Maybe he's
Well, he said,
feeling
he established when he got here, he's like, oh yeah, I'm still not feeling well.
because I had the same response. I'm like, why would you ever? It's 4,000 degrees there.
Yeah.
Well, and he would have a net
Yeah.
and all that stuff, but that doesn't make it good.
So the
This
camp.
movie just got interesting.
Ooh, sexy. So the Manly, the photographer, is in his tent, laying down, trying to just recoup a bit. And there's a giant spider crawling up his leg that he has yet to
he
notice.
has literal jungle fever.
Yep, and he just got bit by the big baddie.
This is some good I'm
Yeah.
dying acting.
Oh,
Yeah, actually.
he's trying to scream, but he can't. Yeah,
Pretty
Yeah.
alarming.
that's pretty iconic shot.
Yeah.
I'm evil.
It's using one of its legs to twirl its
I was
mustache.
just gonna say they should have a mustache twirling scene for the spider.
Yeah.
I mean, for as little as this
Twirl
guy's
those
in this
palps.
movie. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This is a really potent death scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gone. Yep. Shit.
I don't know what that means in English.
The lack of a second S really just,
Yeah.
throws this translation off.
Means entomologist.
Total anarchy.
Si muerto.
Muy muerto.
Yes, fever. He bled from his mouth from a fever. I mean, I know there's hemorrhagic fever, but
Right.
Yeah.
there would have been a lot more of that case.
Especially since you're specifically here looking at new spiders.
Mm-hmm.
So the opening scene in this movie shares a lot actually with Dead Alive.
Yeah, it does.
It's just Dead Alive does it a lot more concisely, but it's very much the same
3
idea.
minutes.
Yeah.
So is that hole just like in the wood, or did the spider? Okay, there's more.
Yeah, I was also worried about like what?
ask,
That's
why-
a convenient
why would they have
spider-sized
those?
hole.
Yeah.
And then they just answered that question. That's
Yeah.
good filmmaking.
Good job, movie.
Yeah, because like, the fuck's that hole for?
Yeah.
Spider hole.
This Spielberg guy and this Kennedy lady, they're going to go places, I think.
Yeah.
That boat was in the background earlier, so that's good
continuity.
foreshadowing.
Continuity. And then
That's
Jurassic Park
Chekhov's
shot.
boat.
What in the what now?
Yeah, this is
The way it's
Jurassic Park.
racing against
Oh, yeah.
across the ocean. If it pans up into an island, which it is. Oh, I'm gonna reuse this shot.
So did Spielberg just like steal some of this from Marshall? It's like, that guy had some good ideas. They're mine now.
Probably. I mean, the two would work together a lot. So
So
So let's talk about station wagons.
yeah,
it's a hearse.
Well,
I mean, a
what is a
station wagon-
hearse
yeah.
but a station wagon with a little piece of
station
trim on
wagon
the
for
back?
tech people.
Yeah.
Station
Precursor,
wagons are
a
incredibly
precursor to
useful.
the Ford Flex.
They are an incredibly useful vehicle.
Yeah.
that's the first vehicle I have memories of being in.
A hearse?
Yes.
Jesus.
Well, station wagon. We've established the similarities.
There's no in utero memories, right?
Oh boy! All right, so now we're into the
Canaima.
sleepy rural town of Canaima.
Fictional town.
Yeah. A very
No,
sharp.
that's a true story.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
shit.
Head
is all
end.
documentary footage from drones that were in the 90s.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Ryan, you bring up a good point about the similarities in the opening of this to Dead Alive,
AKA Brain Dead.
aka Brain Dead. My favorite
And here
zombie
too,
movie.
the fucking mortician eating
Mortician,
food.
who was played by Peter Jackson in that movie.
Right.
But the '90s very much have a this theme of like the jungle. Just say no. Like, don't go to the jungle.
Yeah, not now, not ever.
Portly man using a phone. So, what do you guys think of this beer?
It's very crisp.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn,
Pretty.
that's a decent looking BLT for
Yeah,
movie
right?
food.
This is good. It's a nice, crisp, clean beer. I like it. I agree that this is very appropriate for the summer.
Ooh, this is interesting foreshadowing of how ugly the body looks.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spider.
They do a good job of like setting up the reveal in this.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna leap again.
Hey, I'm gone now.
So
Ooh.
that's bad. Jesus.
Yep.
So we just got a quick glimpse of the head of the corpse, and it is not
Sanguinated body.
pretty.
No. That looks like it's from Thriller, not Bad, right?
Yeah. I actually really like that joke. And now the pets in the morgue are all, fuck this. Nope.
Yep.
Bye.
Dog's like, nope.
And I very much like all the non-direct shots of this big-ass spider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice
Yeah.
little lead up to.
It's very horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess when this movie came out, they're like, how should we market this? As a thriller or as a comedy?
Curls all, gotcha.
Yep. Movie over.
Yeah, the end. This, okay.
Is
Your eyes on the prize, everybody.
Is
Your
that
eyes
the
on
quick
prize.
cut of It?
Yeah.
Black Crow down! Black Crow down!
So a crow nabbed the spider from the morgue, or from the funeral home or whatever, and was just mid-flight, suddenly just died and plummeted to the earth.
Squash.
So now we have Family America showing up to their new home.
And hey, it's Michigan native, Jeff
Yep.
Daniels.
Right.
Is this the first time we've seen him on the podcast?
Yes, 1.5 times, because we considered Escanaba into Moonlight.
Yes,
But
that
it
was
didn't
the
make it
first
into an
attempted
episode,
viewing.
right.
First, yeah.
Yep.
Everybody loves Jeff Daniels.
Right.
Mhm.
He's so good. And this is pre-Dumb and Dumber by 4 years.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, he had a solid career through the 90s.
He's a very versatile actor.
Oh, for sure. I was surprised as hell to see him in Looper and also to love him in Looper.
Yeah.
I have not seen Looper.
Oh,
I've not
dude,
seen
Looper
Looper.
is so good.
It's
I've
fun.
heard.
Ryan
I've heard
Johnson,
it is.
man. Last
Yeah.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I hated The Last Jedi, so.
Oh, all right. Well,
Well, wah.
Yeah.
That's what I say to that.
oh, God.
You've opened up a door you don't want to open, Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm fully prepared to have this discussion later. There are things about it I like. There are things about it I hated.
Yeah. So I feel like movies always portray moving people as just fucking
salt of the earth.
Yeah, well, and just totally uncaring about all of your stuff. And I feel like that's not the case. I don't know.
That man's smoking a cigar in the job, so he does what he wants.
Yeah. Wine cellar.
So yeah, this is where I thought the movie started.
Yeah,
Like, they get to the house.
Same,
like the movie,
same for me.
like opening credits, pull up to the house.
Right. It's funny how this statement circles back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lots of foreshadowing.
Ooh, a spider time. I still react that same way, and I'm an adult.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go find Kayla.
Exactly. This is how it works in the real
They do a
world.
good job of making Ross or Jeff Daniels' character come off as a total dweeb.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dr. Dweeb.
they're obviously. They're yuppies who have kids now.
Yeah.
You know, with their wine too expensive to drink and.
Right.
So I do like that by revealing the baddie at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Every time anyone talks about a spider
You
for
think
the rest of
it's
the movie,
the
you're like,
spider.
is it that spider?
Right. Yeah.
So, this movie does a few things pretty well, and that's one of them is that it plants the seeds of suggestion in your brain frequently,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and then plays with it throughout the rest of the movie. And in real life, for decades, in my case.
Yeah, this movie is attributed to having a very negative reception or association with spiders, much like Jaws did with sharks.
Exactly.
Another movie that Spielberg was a part of,
Yep.
and a movie that Spielberg specifically stated that he wishes he had never made
Yeah.
Because of sharks.
because of the impact
Fuck.
it had to people, to the way people viewed sharks,
Right.
and to the way people viewed the ocean
Don't
in
like
general.
that.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't like that.
Yeah, I know.
Those stars are terrible, by the way.
Well, this is real.
Neil deGrasse Tyson would have some things to say
Yeah.
about this.
There's just someone holding a light bright outside the window.
That's exactly what it looks like. You're gonna look out there and there'd be a smiley clown in the sky.
Oh, God.
Money troubles,
Yeah.
adulting.
Yeah.
That's when you want to buy a big house in the country, is when you have no money.
Right. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Especially in the financial status of the late 80s. Get that house, get that 12% mortgage house.
Oh, God.
When did this movie come out? 90?
Yeah.
1990.
Yeah. Don't you mean The Cellar? Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
good work, Jordan.
Yeah.
There are a couple, when I was watching this a couple days ago in preparation for this, there's a couple like, here will be the next line. And they're like, that was the next line. I'm like, I could have wrote this movie.
Screenplay 101.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I mean, it's well done.
I was Kayla didn't necessarily agree with me, and I'm interested in getting your guys' feedback. But I feel like this movie does enough development of non-main characters to keep them serviceable and interesting. I don't know, like a lot of the
Sure.
townsfolk.
Bono, Bono,
Oh.
Spider
Bono,
sex. All right.
Bono,
This is hilarious, actually.
Bono,
Yeah.
Bono, Bono, Bono. We just have two
Yes.
spiders getting it on.
So we're supposed to be watching the passing of the torch from the town doctor, Dr. Metcalf, to Dr. Dweebo.
Dr. Debo.
And Metcalf just let Dr. Dweebo know that he's not actually retiring, so the whole
Yeah.
family just moved out here for fucking nothing.
Have fun is what you do when you retire.
Yeah, you fucking goon. I mean, that's a real thing, right? If people get bored when they're old, they just tend to die.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do something.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I don't think I'd choose my job as that something, but, you know, whatever.
You'd
To
be
each their
surprised how many people are still like that.
Oh,
Joe
I'm
Daniels
aware.
is like, greatest generation, my ass. Because, like, so, boomers, please retire and let us young folk have good paying jobs. Partner?
We all know this cop. Everyone
Yep.
knows this cop.
This Lloyd is everything I hate about small town police.
Yep.
And you kind of assume something about Lloyd the cop's background, and it
Yeah.
just gets confirmed very shortly after this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking people in your schools and shit.
You
Yeah.
just to school.
This chick rules.
I know, yeah.
If I lived in a tiny town like this, I would absolutely want this lady living near me.
Oh, yeah. She is very, very short.
I was gonna say she's like what, 4'9"?
Something like that.
Yeah. Walk me to my automobile, Sonny.
Lloyd just got totally owned by that old broad, and it was
Mm-hmm.
great.
Yep.
He comes back and there's like 50 tickets.
Looks like this place has nice weather.
Yeah.
Actually, real quickly, let's talk about weather. This is a horror comedy that I think the weather is good the entire movie, isn't it? I don't think there's a single like storm or spooky atmospheric event.
No, because they're supposed to be in this sort of like a kind of idyllic small country town.
Right.
And it's the summer, so summer in California.
Did they ever establish what state they're in?
California.
It is California? Okay.
Yeah. Because he has California medical plates.
The light in that room is terrible right now, lady.
Yes. Ugh. Adirondack chairs. So uncomfortable. Reverse alphabetical.
Don't ever phrase it like that again. Great old dame.
Does she have a Great Dane?
Great, yeah. Womp womp. So the old broad he met in town thinks that her current doctor is kind of a quack, so she's excited that,
Spoilers, he is.
yeah, Dr. Dweebo, is here.
Yeah.
What? How does money?
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at this room, it feels like it smells like a basement.
Yep. It's a musty old farmhouse.
Yep. Sounds like she should go
Yeah.
talk to the
Can't
doctor.
you just
Wait.
say I'm a doctor also, and I'm going to practice? There's no, like, is there a law in the books here in this town that says only one doctor can be
Yeah.
open at a time?
Of course not.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
Yeah, I mean, and even if that's the case, like, I think Jeff Daniels could take that guy.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure. I will out-doctor you.
This is one of those times where I'm kind of just like,
Well,
wh-
I
why-
think it's...
why? Like, is he
like-
trying to be respectful? But the guy that he's trying to be respectful for just gave him like the double bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he fucked Jeff Daniels' whole family.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I think it's very much the size of this town. It's one of those like where everyone knows everyone. The fact that the old broad could just go up and rip up that police ticket and have no consequences or
Yeah.
whatever, being like he's the one doctor in town. He's the one everyone goes to. Their people are set in their ways, I guess.
Yeah.
So, which a lot of like the late 80s, early 90s movies kind of have this theme of the big city moving into the small town and just like the friction that causes. Like Beetlejuice immediately comes to mind.
City slickers.
Yeah.
yep.
So,
this whole interaction in with I forget her name, and Jeff Daniels. So she's his first patient, and Jeff Daniels earlier is kind of wishing maybe she's really sick and she can flow us some money from being a fucking horror show of a human. And as we just saw, she's very healthy, nothing wrong with her, and
gonna run a marathon.
right. And Jeff Daniels just took her off the heart medication that Dr. Metcalf had prescribed, which ends up being pretty important to a cool plot device later, I think.
Yep.
So
It could be one of those things that the people in this town will not be willing to change doctors because they're so
Right.
small towny unless they're forced to.
I mean, that's kind of what she was saying, but
Yeah.
it seems like she has enough pull with the town also that she should be able to be like, hey, I went there and I got off this medicine I shouldn't have to be on.
Right.
Yeah.
There's not, I don't know, the push-pull of that whole thing is one of the few things this movie that I was just kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
I
It's a
guess.
little
I think
And
it's a different time.
Yeah.
So like nowadays that would totally fly, being like, "Hey, I'm no longer on these pills anymore."
Right.
You're like, "Oh wow, your deductible goes down. You don't have to worry about that for your medical insurance or whatever." But
And I guess to your point, James, I mean the old broad, she does do that. It's just not a quick and very like sharp action.
Yeah.
It's, she organizes this party and she convinces everyone to come.
Right, yep.
Yep.
Because she has pull.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh my God. Nope. Time for fire. Everything fire.
It's Delta Green solution time.
I mean,
Yep.
this kind of solves their problem that they bought this house because now they can just move.
Right.
Nice looking web though.
Oh, that's some web.
That's a sound you don't hear anymore.
What's that?
Just the sound of a camera winding its film.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
taking its
Kayla
last
commented on
picture.
it as well.
I like the poll where it
Yeah.
shows you actually what
Wow.
she was looking at.
Yeah, well, she couldn't see it because of obstructed views, but yeah.
Oh, I took that the other way. I took that as a reveal to the audience, not a reveal to her.
Oh no, it definitely was a reveal
Yeah.
to the audience.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
she didn't see all of it.
Oh no, I think she does.
Oh no, I don't think she did.
I think
Because
she
of
just
those jars in the way. Because there's the later scene where Jeff Daniels goes up and sees all of it, and he's like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, but she's not afraid of spiders. He is.
Oh, okay.
So
It works
it's,
either way because
yeah.
the reveal
Yeah.
to the audience is effective.
Yep.
It's a cute.
Ugly child.
Yeah.
Ugly child.
Yeah, it looks like a boy.
It is not
Oh.
actually. I was.
I know.
Yeah, I was actually like, is this just a male child actor?
Named
but no.
Bunny?
Named Bunny, but no. The actress's name is Theo Schwartz. She was in one other film. She was one of the children in Back to the Future 2 who was like, I don't need your hoverboard. I have the beast, the one that Biff's grandson rides.
So there are two quick jokes here that I actually very much like. It's when they're all sitting at the table and the kids come up a couple
Trying to
times
take
to try
the
and take
wine
the plates,
glasses?
and they're like, "No, we're not done." It's just a cute little joke. And then Jeff Daniels saying like, "Well, the kids are probably going off to do something, harmless and educational."
Catch fireflies.
And then it cuts to the kids and they're like, "Let's blow up a frog with a firecracker." Or whatever. Like that's hilarious.
Yeah. That child will be
Keep
torturing
telling me
future
what
animals.
happens before we get there.
Yeah. Soften the blow a bit.
Yeah. Tell me every jump scare.
Can't do that, Jordan. We need to deliver pure, unfiltered content to our listener, apostrophe S, parenthesis S, parenthesis.
It's what the audience demands.
Yes.
Look at those pleats on those pants.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Dag, dog.
'Twas the 80s.
This actress has a cool voice. I think she'd be a great voice for like an animated movie. So Jeff Daniels' character, I don't know if we mentioned this, is highly arachnophobic. So he's recounting his experience. He apparently remembers being in a crib when a spider assaulted him.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he used to be half Ursine. Bare leg.
Harley Jane Kozak is the actress's
Oh,
name.
okay.
Nice shot of the mountains in the background.
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous. That outfit, though. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But
The pockets. The front pockets are weird.
The shorts are fine on her, but she's wearing like a basketball player's sweater.
Yeah.
Like a 70-year-old basketball player's sweater.
Yep.
That looks like something someone would be wearing in the beach in a Calvin Klein ad.
Yes. But only the
Draped
sweater.
over their shoulder.
Yeah. He's a doctor. There's no way he doesn't know that word. I think he's just being cute. Ugh.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
So the couple is going to the barn to check out the spider web.
Mm-hmm.
The wife wants Jeff Daniels to face his fears.
Yeah.
He's terrified of ladders too.
Ladder
Ladder
phobia?
I'll tell you about the time a ladder crawled into my crib.
Yeah. Slowly moved up my
Little
leg.
step ladder.
Yeah.
He saw the spider use a ladder to get into his crib.
Right. Clank.
Yeah. So this is the second movie we've watched recently that involved killer spiders. The other one being Lost in Space.
Oh, right.
Spiders that exist in vacuums with like plasma mouths.
Yeah, that eat through fucking metal.
Yeah.
Titanium. I understand, Jeff Daniels. I understand.
Having a bowel movement up there.
I would.
See here, you can just see the singular web.
Good lord.
Because then,
Oh, shit buckets.
Ah!
Ah, gross stuff.
Egg sack to face. Oh, no, it's not egg sack. It is a dead... It's a mouse. There's your egg sack.
Pulsating egg sacks. Ugh. Gross. Look, there's still so much spider web on him.
Mm-hmm.
That's very uncomfortable. So many spiders.
Nope, don't like it. Don't like that.
So, this movie almost exclusively uses real spiders for all the times that they're in frame.
So here we have a cut to 1 month later
Right.
Yes.
with some nice Frank Sinatra in the background.
Kayla actually made a pretty funny joke. She's like, "Is this the party from Get Out?"
Very well could be. But with this Frank Sinatra in the background, all I can think of is webs. Do they keep you in a web? Webs.
Webs. That old lady shows up in a lot of movies.
Yes, she.
Yes, she does.
She's in Seinfeld, isn't she?
Yes, she is also in Twin Peaks.
Oh, cool. This is a small olive branch that is extended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his wife's just like, shut up.
Yes. Jesus. Yeah. Agreed, lady.
Yep. That brooch she has is just 80s to the extreme.
All right. Fuck.
Ah, yes, the spider rises.
There are just so many. We're back in the barn and it's just covered with spiders. Nope. Mm-mm.
Go, my eight-legged army.
It's an avalanche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is what we always do to Chris Hanzarek every
Yeah.
time we see him.
Yep.
Dr. Chris.
Cobb McGraw. Becky's gonna major in gym. And also, who the hell does the top button of a collared shirt without wearing a tie?
It was a big look back then.
Glad it isn't anymore.
That's really funny.
That's a great joke.
Nepotism, huh? No, we're Baptists.
Yeah.
Is that Mimi from the Drew Carey Show?
Yes.
Yes.
Thought so.
Hard to pick it out without the blue eyeshadow.
Yeah. So this is
This is a very 80s joke.
yeah.
My wife was a successful stockbroker until recently.
I actually like the mortician's joke too. You know, he doesn't have people coming up to me asking if hey, am I dead?
Yeah.
And there's enough character in a lot of these ancillary characters to keep them interesting. I
Yeah.
think it's cool.
Yeah.
It gives the movie some levity when it could just be like, there's spiders coming
Right,
to
right.
get you. Which they are coming to get you.
Right, they're coming to get
Nope. Mm-mm.
you. So there's a lady who's had a little too much to drink, as we're discovering.
Yep.
To keep the zombies in.
Yeah.
This guy's also just really goofy looking.
Yeah.
The mortician.
He's also not wearing a belt.
Oh,
So
you're right.
presumably he's wearing suspenders. But
Also, isn't he like 30 years older than his wife?
Yes.
Looks like
That's
it.
what
Yeah.
looks like. Ugh. The color scheme of
Yeah.
the fashion is just
yeah.
offensive.
Yeah, it's bad. There's a really good sense of place established with this movie, though.
Yeah.
It's a very immersive and believable rural
Mm-hmm.
experience.
These are our plates now.
Yeah. You'll see a cut here because, like, come on, Spider, get in the shot.
Go on.
Yeah, right
Go
there.
on. Yep.
Close your fucking doors. Hell's wrong with you?
You're in the country, man.
Yeah.
This is why you close doors.
That's exactly why you close the door in the country.
Hey, they're good looking.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Fuck.
Those palps.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh no.
See, I am not wired such that I would not notice that spider.
Oh,
Like, I would be actively looking for a spider at all times.
Jordan has plus 30 to his alertness to notice spiders.
It's
fuck these things, man.
Gonna get that snack.
Like, how do you not see that?
Yeah. Also, for my question is, how does a cat not see it? Cats
Yeah.
murder everything that comes into houses.
Mm-hmm. Spiders are not. Yeah. Aha!
Felix,
Free!
Felix can die. Spiders
Spiders-
drink all the milk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spiders love milk.
Big,
all-
big straw.
She's drinking the milk. It's like crawling into her mouth.
Oh.
I drink your milkshake.
I drink it up.
Oh, well. Gotta fight out that osteoporosis.
So,
That couch does not look comfortable.
it's made of some interesting materials. Well, I'm gonna hold my comment for a minute here. It'll be more relevant soonish. Also, upping the brightness during the break was a good choice. It's a little.
Ryan, you're not supposed to know that we stopped.
You'll never know. Did you catch the break?
I wonder if the spider.
So that scene, to this day, has ruined me for lampshades. I don't like operating lamps because of that. So the old lady went to just turn her lamp off, and a spider just darted down from inside the lamp and bit her. Now we're back to El Senor Dr. Dweebo putting up his wine cellar thingy in the basement. And much to his chagrin, discovering that... That'd be great, the home improvement sound.
Yeah.
He is in home improvement clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
definitely. Are nail guns like shotguns?
Apparently so in the late 80s. Oh no!
That's bad news, buddy.
That's why you get your home inspected.
Yep.
Yep.
This
Oh,
totally
shit.
could have been seen in Home Improvement, though.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like Tim doing
Yep.
something and nails come through the floor. Someone on the internet made a supercut of every time Tim Allen makes a grunting noise
Oh,
in that
really?
show.
It's like
It is
45 minutes long?
It is 16 minutes
Oh
long.
my god.
It's like the supercut of every time Nicolas Cage laughs in a movie, which
Oh,
is like
God.
23 minutes long.
So
That will fix the wood.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. What do they need to Arnold Schwarzenegger?
So the wood was so shitty that when he was putting the nails in the basement, they were coming up through their kitchen floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check on the lady. This actress, and I keep forgetting her name. She has a very like Linda Hamilton-esque
Yes.
presence to her. I feel.
Yeah. Speaking of which, have you seen the shots of Linda Hamilton on the new Terminator
I
movie?
saw one shot. She looks badass
Yep.
because, of course, she does.
Same like aviator shades as the
Oh, yeah, man.
Terminator 2, but just like gray hair.
Hi, Kitty. Are you dead? It's a legitimate question. You're very old.
Yeah.
Oh,
Harley
she gone.
Jane Kozak.
Say that again.
Harley Jane Kozak is
That's
the name of the actress.
Actually, a
who
very
plays-
cool name.
Yeah.
Heart attack. Just rub some whiskey on her forehead. She'll be fine. This is a great pull, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it just spins the whole trust of the town thing up so well.
Yeah.
I actually really like that. That's cool. And I'm a very serious doctor with my bow tie.
Like they're having like a doctor off.
Yes.
Yeah, motherfucker. I kind of want the mortician to be eating a sandwich in this scene.
Yeah.
Every time the cop looks over there, it looks like because of the sconce, it looks like he has a rat tail.
Oh, because of course.
Probably did at one point.
Yeah.
No suspenders, no belt on the mortician.
Huh. Ooh. Which is cool. I'm glad that they just kind of dropped that biting your tongue off line here and don't actually show you, because you're like, oh shit.
Well, it establishes that he is a very competent doctor.
Right. And also that you just convulse violently from these fucking spider bites.
Yeah. God, I want to pants him.
Right? Stuff him into a garbage can. Thanks for rubbing it in, I guess.
Yeah.
So they're leaving the old lady's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
The couple and the high school gym teacher?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, that fucking giant 90s hair on Jeff Daniels is so bad.
It's glorious. It's deliberate because it makes you wonder if there's a spider in there.
Right. I like that idea.
Oh, he's getting wine drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Wine drunk is a very interesting type of drunk.
You feel so fancy,
Right.
but the regret is still the same.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Like,
Thanks,
that number
boomers.
has gone down.
Yeah.
We're talking about the life expectancy of a Caucasian female being 78, which, no, it is not. Not anymore.
You mean subsisting off a constant diet of bacon and milk doesn't just propel you into
Yeah.
the Centurion timeline?
So to speak about this beer,
Yes.
this is the second strong peach flavored beer I've had recently, and I think I'm going to say I like the other one better,
Oh, the Kolsch?
the Kolsch.
Okay.
I think the tartness of the peach, a tart peach, which is what they're I mean, it's a sour beer, right?
Yeah, it's a Berliner Weisse,
sour
yeah.
beer. So I think that
Bugs
the
be gone.
tartness in the Kolsch works better with this than the sweetness of a peach trying to counter the sour with the Berliner Weisse. This is good though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very good.
I'm going to be honest. John Goodman is one of the best character actors to have ever worked. in
Certainly.
Hollywood.
For sure, yeah.
He's so good.
I will
This
also
is the-
fully admit to, before rewatching this movie, I kept thinking John Candy was in this movie.
he would have been
He'd have been good.
he would have been good in this,
It
yeah.
would have been a different take. Maybe a little more slapstick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love John Goodman.
This is
Oh,
John
he's-
Goodman's third appearance on the podcast.
Yeah.
We can go all the way back to episode 1,
Yep.
where Steven Spielberg was also a producer on Flintstones.
Oh yeah.
And John Goodman's Delbert character has such goofy theme music in this
Yeah.
movie.
It's so anachronistic to
Yeah.
the other music we've seen in this.
He just John Goodman nails everything. Just
Uh-huh.
the facial expressions, his
Uh-huh.
mannerisms. It's all perfect.
Why Exterminator would need to tear out a floor to take care of termites is a head scratcher.
But why is all
Why
the
is
rum
all
gone?
rotting? Bad wood. Bad wood is why the floor is rotting. We'll have to apologize.
Just the
for
delivery.
abrupt silences.
Right.
Because we are just too entertained by John Goodman's antics in this. I don't think I know anyone our age who's like a bottle collector or can collector.
Part of me wants to believe that line was improvised by John Goodman.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
those shorts, man.
Yeah.
I've got 2 pairs of shorts like that, and they're glorious.
Yep. I have a pair that's just a little longer than that I use purely for gym purposes in college.
Where the short ends just below the sack.
Yep.
Yep.
As is customary for all gym teachers.
Right.
Mhm. Wearing a sweater, a heavy jacket with little to no
Right.
shorts.
So the conversation between the coach and Dr. Dweebo is the second time that someone in the town has brought up that they don't hear crickets anymore.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very odd scene. Like, I feel like they didn't need to actually show this. They could have just been like, all right, just drop your shorts. Like, just like
Yeah.
done a lineup, but actually go through the
I think it's funny
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dongs
because
out.
you get to see the uncomfortable
This scene,
look.
this scene's funnier to me than the other one.
Oh, when he's at the
When-
party?
Like, no. This shot isn't as funny as the shot of them walking down the line and hearing coughing as shorts just
Yeah,
keep dropping.
yeah.
That's very funny.
That's a funnier shot to me.
Yeah.
I agree.
I kind of like the sort of subversion of what would be the stereotypical characterization for the gym teacher, that he's actually like a nice guy.
Competent and
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
caring.
a nice guy and like
Oh, hi,
trying to
Spider.
help out this new guy in town.
Yeah.
Instead
Well,
of being
there's a
like
lot
that.
of that. Same with
Yeah.
how Jeff Daniels is arachnophobic and his wife's like, oh, I'll take care of the spider.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the bit that I've seen. Like the shot of it crawling underneath the bleacher is like all I've seen,
Yeah.
and I was like, nope.
Mm-hmm. Football. Hey.
Dad jokes. Yeah.
Yeah. Paisley, brah. Paisley.
Yeah.
I know herringbone. I know plaid.
So another scene that forever changed my life. Guess who
Oh,
always
yeah.
checked his football helmet every single time he put it on?
Yep.
Me. Always, forever.
He's got to be like, has to be
I mean,
like
I check
hiding in
my
the ear.
shoes all the time. Every time I put my
It's
shoes
wise.
on, I check my shoes.
Jordan, you were prepared to live in Australia.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well,
so that
yeah.
kid-
So I was at our mutual friend Ryan Schmuck's house not too long ago, and the kids were watching Peppa Pig. And it was an episode like this is what his life is now.
Sure.
They watch Peppa Pig every day. It was an episode about like Mr. Skinny Legs, the spider. Like,
Oh, boy.
don't kill Mr. Skinny Legs. He's your friend. And apparently that episode is banned in Australia because in Australia they want their kids to be afraid of spiders.
yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
Actually, everything in Australia will
Is
kill you.
designed
Trying
to kill you.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So the poor football kid just got bit in his head, on his head, because the spider was in his helmet. And
So
he,
Jeff Daniels is going to be vindicated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of CPR and whatnot, I think it's in Spain. They
That's a
taught
cool
a dog how to
transition.
do CPR.
Yeah.
The dog like just like jumps on your chest,
Right.
and like then listens for
I've
a
seen
pulse,
that.
and then jumps on your chest more. Or no, Israel.
So speaking of that shot there, Ryan, that I like is that even the varsity jackets have the same kind of coloration to them as the uniforms
Right.
because they have the pennies on.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they're in red, so they cut over to them, and all of them are still in red.
Right. Yeah, it was a really cool
This
transition.
is good.
Yeah.
Everybody's calling you Dr. Death.
My name's not Kevorkian.
No kidding.
Yeah, Shelly, don't be silly. Silly
Silly
Shelly.
as your high top sneakers.
Yeah. Why don't you go play with a wolf or something? Unless you enjoy your work like I do. It's a great time cutting up dead people that you know.
I was afraid this movie would have a lot more terrible child acting in it.
Yeah, that's one hell of a pet peeve for you.
Yes. But thankfully, they don't.
We've now seen. So there have been some really popular examples of good child actors lately, like with Stranger Things.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah,
the
for
It
sure.
Remake. So it's like going back now, it sticks out more when there's bad acting.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like... Alright, so we're in the bedroom of the old couple. So Dr. Metcalf and his wife... Apparently they've got a treadmill in their bedroom. And there was a spider crawling around on it. And it was just like, whee!
Yeah.
Flew off the back
Going
end.
for a ride.
Welp.
Yep. No.
You know what Jordan's doing when he gets home?
Right.
Checking those slippers.
So this is kind of cool because you're like... Because the movie fakes you out so many times, actually.
There's a subtle thing with a lot of the clothing
Yep.
in this movie is that the clothing looks worn,
Mm-hmm.
but not like old
Shabby.
or bad.
Yeah.
Like those just look like some dad's shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All of our dads have a pair of white sneakers like
Yeah.
that.
Some damn thing bit me.
Aha!
It's cool because Metcalf just starts to walk to the shower without putting them on.
Yeah.
And then the wife's all, oh, the floor is cold.
Activate life alert!
Send a dove. Send a raven.
That scene could have been used for like propaganda for like a Fox infomercial.
Yeah. And then the little
Did this
spider-
happen to you?
The spider would have a little Hillary Clinton head.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Jesus Christ. Yes. So I do like also. I mean, it's a PG-13 movie, but aside from Manly at the beginning, they don't show the people generally dying. Like, it's not the drawn out, suffocating,
Well,
convulsing scenes.
Well, even from Manly, we know it's very quick.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So
But it's not shown. Right.
No.
It's
he's
not
eating a jelly
explicitly-
donut.
Right.
Yeah, you don't need these guys like yeah.
Not all the
Sorry,
time.
I'm not clear who the guy with the bolo tie is.
Coroner. He's a coroner.
He's
He's a
a
brand new
he's-
character.
he's
He
new.
just showed up.
He is a Jay Leno stand-in.
He's Boloman.
He's a hot shot.
He's like, hey, I'm just telling you my opinion as a doctor.
No.
I like how the coroner is like, okay, you're on the level, what I know about you. Bonitis.
Yeah.
Bonitis always starts in the toe.
All right, we're gonna need you to extend your one toe up and curl your other ones in, and just hold it there for like 5 minutes.
Hold. Wallpaper though.
It
Jeez.
looks like they put a dress on him, not like a blanket over
Yeah.
him.
Just throw that dress on him. Oh, I'm gonna check my bullets. Speed loader ready to speed load.
That's really
Eat
good.
it, Lloyd. Yeah.
Doesn't even break stride.
Yeah.
Shut up, Lloyd.
Shut up, Lutz.
Good little transition.
Spider comes out.
Yeah.
This is
Ah,
a
you got
giant,
some webbing in there.
a giant
the source.
spider. Yeah, in a girl costume. Just pulls off a mask. Do doctors give ice cream?
That little line there about getting the ice cream shows you like that's how he would have probably treated the inflammation.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, have some ice cream. Some nice rustic photos and rustic frames.
Ooh. Here it comes.
A clue has been discovered.
Ooh. So the coroner is informing Dr. Dweebo that
Whoa,
some unknown
sucks.
toxin, was found in Metcalf's body.
Yep.
Oh boy,
How many boxes of books do you think that man owns?
several, so many. I do like though that the interactions between Daniels and the coroner. It's not just like, oh, they're always at each other's fucking throats and they never agree. It's like this is a fairly reasonable and organic way for them to develop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a professional relationship.
Yeah.
That they both know that they're each other are competent, but
Yeah.
they're trying
Yeah.
to.
There's no
There's
drama
still-
shoehorned in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except here.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Fucking Lloyd.
Oh, he's got a good like
Shut up, Paul
head
Blart.
shake going on. Yeah.
I don't know.
He's
No,
proto
he built-
Paul Blart.
Yeah.
Backs down with the name of Milt Briggs, the coroner. Very unscrupulous. Very unscrupulous.
Oh, jeez.
That car looks like it weighs about 50 pounds.
Spider tried carrying the kids away.
Spider has a gun to the back of the driver's head.
Yeah.
Keep driving.
The backwoods road, first left.
Park the car in the barn.
Right. Oh, that poor girl on the left. Well, the left of the car, frame right.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good teenager face she has going on right there.
Yep. Very ugly child.
And this is, again,
very
this is-
ugly child.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a small thing because the daughter's like, yeah, Dad, you're totally
Don't
overreacting.
you know that the newest trend in this town for teenagers is to huff spiders?
Yeah. Getting high up spider venom.
Hey, you do what you got to do in the country.
Yep.
Can't find a jazz cigarette? You got to huff some spider venom.
Yep. Diluted spider venom in an eye drop droplet.
Oh, jeez. And you do a handstand and drip it in your butt.
Obviously.
Yeah, duh.
You gotta
Web
make that
injection, they
stuff
call
No,
it.
no. This
Gotta make
one
it
goes in your mouth. And this
This
one goes
in your
butt.
ear. This one goes in your butt. No, wait. Great gag.
Yeah.
This is the part in the movie where I was like, okay, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna kill a kid?
Yeah, I thought they were going to.
That's very good shot with the silhouettes.
Yeah.
That's clearly just fishing line with a spider tape to it. But
Yeah.
This is a very clever use of reharmonizing Itsy Bitsy Spider in the background with in a minor key.
Right. Why would the doll be afraid of the spider?
Yeah. That actually, I like that shot a
Bum,
lot.
bum, 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 bum,
That is
bum,
just
bum, 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 bum.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Help.
So to make all the spider sound effects, they would like step on like mustard packets or potato chips to make the
That
crunch
makes sense.
sound. Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's
The soundtrack has turned creepier.
yeah, cool
Yes.
silhouette here. That's a threshold. I'm gonna sound creepy for saying this, but that's a threshold that I respect if a movie does it well, a horror movie, well, any movie, because it's such a taboo thing of taking a child's life. It's always like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
they went there.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we've mentioned this before, that killing a child on screen is not a lot of movies do it anymore. I feel like it was a much more common thing in the 80s and 90s than it is today.
It's getting kind of a resurgence from
Well,
what
like
I've been
you're-
watching.
Well, I mean, with It coming back out again, and
and they even cut a scene from that.
which one?
The newest It.
What? No, which scene? Because I've seen it.
There is a scene that they supposedly either filmed or did not. Like Stellan Skarsgård is kind of saying they may have filmed it but gotten rid of it.
Oh, okay.
In kind of like an Event Horizon-esque moment.
Mm.
Where it's in like the Puritan time period.
Oh, yeah,
where
yeah,
he
with the
catches
baby.
up to a woman and is like, "Give me your let me eat your baby, or I will kill everybody else that you know."
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, there's some allusion to that because there's a photo of like the well and the woman
Right.
with the bassinet standing next to it.
yeah.
So, yeah, I recall now what you mentioned. Now
So
that
we-
you mention it,
We just got a quick shot of some spiders moving into the
One had a bindle.
Yeah.
the spider bindle.
Literal hobo spider.
Vagrantis arachnus.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks. Did he just go super Minnesotan for the word coast?
Yeah.
yeah,
This is like West Coast. Super UP.
Yep.
And a tad of foreshadowing here.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck was I looking up? I was looking something up. I can't remember.
Mm.
Oh, I remember now.
That house looks very lived in, as far as like all the bottles and such. And
Bill Skarsgård.
Stellar's the older one.
Yes.
Okay, you know some spider facts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is what it would be like if you called Reddit.
Yeah. He's the Neil deGrasse Tyson of arachnids.
What horrible, horrible creatures. I mean, I
feel
don't
like
want...
that's. Do you think that's the one he brought back from the Amazon or Venezuela?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because they said like, oh, we'll take 2 live ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 for science.
Yeah, he looks much more diehard villainish here with the ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You shouldn't be doing that in front of other
Jacking
people.
it?
Yeah, just jacking it.
Yep.
It's a violent technique.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a very British thing to ask someone.
Yes.
That's a great way to ask that question.
So is that an intern or
That's
a
grad student.
doctoral
Yeah.
student? Oh, okay.
He's ahead of his time, though. That's a millennial-esque office environment. Like
Yeah.
25 years
just like a
before it
foosball
exists.
table right outside the office of
Yeah.
the head of the department or
No
whatever.
cubicles, shared games.
Yeah, you're just not that important.
Huh.
All right. Mm-hmm.
This guy looks like young Andy from The Office.
Oh,
yeah,
like
he
that.
does. Looks like Ed Helms.
Yeah.
Nope. Too ugly.
Too ugly. Too stinky.
No.
So we've got the doctoral student, Jeff Daniels, and the mortician in the funeral home and checking out some bodies here. Looking for spider bites.
Yep.
Fucking eating again.
Mortician always eating.
He's the Brad Pitt of this movie.
Yeah, he's Brad Pitt in Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
He's always eating nachos.
Always eating
or
nachos or
fucking-
something messy, but he's never ever messy.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that was his idea, to be eating in every scene.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Go look at this penis.
Chris
never seen
does
such a
have a
magnificent
very, very
specimen.
slight resemblance to Brad Pitt. Very, very slight.
Uh-oh.
Well, shit.
Spider doctor.
This is the
How
spider
to
calling. Be like,
infiltrate
it's not us.
Yeah.
Whatever you hear, we
Sons
didn't
of
do
Alec
it.
Nacha. Please hold. Really?
You sure? What? Just a nightmare scenario.
Yep.
You know?
This movie could easily be a Call of Cthulhu scenario.
His shirt having epaulets is kind of ridiculous. I have the linen shirt so that I'm comfortable, but I also have epaulets just in case I ever need to, look extra fancy while
Yes.
I'm comfortable.
You know,
I
what's
do
funny
have a
is
linen shirt with epaulets on
I
it.
have owned a shirt that was like a casual linen shirt like that had epaulets on
Yeah.
it.
I have one right now, and
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I occasionally wear it.
Wall spiders.
Linen shirts are extremely comfy in the summer.
They are.
They're
It's hot.
great.
Yeah.
And you don't have to ever worry about ironing them because the second you put them on, they're wrinkly again.
Yep. Although it is June here, so out of force of habit, I'm in a no long sleeves
Yeah.
until September.
It's like 94 here, listeners, today.
And 83% humidity. So Jeff Daniels is waking up middle of the night, and there's a large black spider on
There's
his
a
wall.
spider in his room.
The spider has like a video camera and a mic.
Little headset.
A directional mic.
I mean,
Poor.
I think excuse me.
Look at his cute little eyes.
This is when he just completely fakes the spider out and kicks it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just roundhouse kicks it.
Yeah.
Just a hanger in the shadow. False alarm, everybody.
Gotcha.
And the spider crawls out of the newspaper he was holding.
Yeah.
That would be pretty great. Yeah, you fucking asshole.
I like how he looks back at the guy like, was that good?
Yeah, the coroner. Lloyd has to remember, there's always a bigger cop.
Right.
Yep. Katie would be very jealous of that frond in the.
Yeah, that's nice fun.
Sarah
Whose
would be
house
very,
is this?
would be very jealous of that stained glass.
Sagrada, the house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's actually
Board game, the house.
a really awesome
good game.
front foyer.
I would say it's Azul, the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Azul is actual ceramic tiles, though.
Yeah, but the alternating colors of the
The patents. I
Yeah.
like.
fuck backed by a
Yeah,
fern.
that would be me.
Yep. I mean, you're on a mission to find deadly spiders in this. Yep. Checking
You'd
all the
think they'd
coffee
have
cups.
gloves on.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Or,
Or like just like a stick.
yeah, like
to
just
poke.
use a pen.
Well, it is
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Is Lloyd, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking goober.
I wanted them all to fall on him.
Yeah, like the entire rack just comes down.
Yep.
That
Just-
was
just
good.
ragged.
Nice transition.
Yeah,
there.
it was.
Again, whose house is this?
This is the
That's
lady's
Metcalf's.
house, isn't it? Oh, this is Metcalf's house.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, because it was night when we saw it last.
He's
So.
like, yep, no spider made this.
Fucking. Well, everyone died. I guess I'll eat snacks.
I'll reach in there without looking in.
Yeah.
That's been open. How
How
stale is that
Oh
cereal?
god, yeah.
Dude.
Especially in an old folks' home, because you know that box is like years old.
Oh yeah, like that's a variety of checks they don't make anymore.
Rural,
Yeah.
rural stale
Yeah.
cereal. cannot be good.
The cricket again, dropping the crickets right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Like, this is not good, buddy.
That's super ominous. You
Yeah.
could have
Grainy
told us
film.
that before.
Yeah.
Fuck. And this is why all of my snack bags are always tightly closed. Yeah. Fucking Lloyd. Yep, all my cereal bags, all my chips, all my crackers,
Oh, yeah.
all the time.
It drives me insane
Yeah,
when
so-
Sarah will open like a box of crackers and leave it open.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not because of spiders, but now it's going to be.
So, yeah, so we didn't really describe what happened there. So Lloyd grabbed a box of cereal from the Metcalf's place, and as he was eating it, he grabbed a handful of cereal and a large dead spider. Now we've got the obligatory shower scene here.
Mm-hmm.
The spider just stalking from the shower curtain rod.
You can see
You see the
thread.
wire.
Yeah. Yep, that's why I check toilet seats, especially at campgrounds.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
No, 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 no.
How do you not feel that? Do you not have feeling?
There's no resistance.
Yeah. Fuck this.
No!
Oh,
no,
oh God. Whee!
I don't put out on first dates.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I got a second base with that girl.
Back to the subterranean army.
Whew.
The fucking spiders. Yeah. Fuck.
You guys, I was completely right about when Jordan would start freaking out in this movie.
He would know what
Decaffeinated.
those words mean.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stained glass in this house.
Yep.
South America. Ah! Fuck.
That's a quick reaction speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a
No, that's a totally normal thing that spiders do.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a snake.
The spider's like, try it.
Yeah.
Come
Do you feel lucky?
Yeah, it's like knife crab. Just needs a knife. Jeff Daniels is up against the wall, terrified.
Thanks, discount Ed Helms.
I don't function that way.
So he's trying to get Jeff Daniels to step towards it so it scares it closer to him,
Yep.
which worked.
Whew.
That's some damn fine acting from Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, this movie does a very good job of feeling tense, but not being really scary.
Yeah, yeah.
Which this is a very good PG-13 horror movie.
Well, and it works because like in real life, like your rationality would be like, I don't need to be afraid of it. It's a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it works.
So John Goodman plays Delbert very like marble mouthy,
Mm-hmm.
wheezy.
That shower curtain is amazing, by the way.
I didn't actually look at it.
It's all the NFL teams with their 80s
Oh
logos.
God.
He's
Oh,
like,
yep.
and
That's
now
bad.
I got you here.
Drop him.
Yep.
I need you to cough for me.
Yeah. Down for Henry. Yep. Just prepare to never use a toilet again after this movie.
Real hair or wig?
Real hair.
Oh, yeah.
That's my vote.
I say it's wig.
It's Richard the Kingdom Come.
Alleged.
Flee! Flee the Flintstone! Oh,
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Yeah, like a tumbleweed. Wah, wah, wah.
The like back and forth thing that they do.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
It's
funny.
really funny.
Spider's like, that's all you got.
Bite me, doughboy.
King Kong ain't got nothing on me. King. It's like, well, fine then.
Boop
Fuck
beat
you.
spider.
His self-satisfactory.
Oh.
Oh, dude.
God.
They're gooey.
They're filled with Gorilla Glue.
The strut. He struts after killing it. It's so good.
I'm bad. Fucking John Goodman. What a gift to
I want
Hollywood.
the Delbert movie
Yeah,
of Delbert
really.
just
Yeah.
dealing with weird infestations of things.
So I think in the game I was mentioning, I think you play as John Goodman's character.
Oh, really? That makes sense.
That would make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just going around spritzing spiders.
Yeah.
So this movie you said is only 4 years before Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
Jeff Daniels is in really good shape in this movie compared
relative
to
to Dumb and Dumber. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
But-
he's also in 101 Dalmatians, the live action version.
Oh,
And
right.
he has
Oh, yeah.
very similar facial features in this than he does in comparison to
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
Oof. Nailed it.
I'm gonna be blamed for this somehow.
It's vegetarians. It ate
Full
peas.
of peas.
Shut up, Orlando Bloom.
USGS.
Speaking of Venom, I just saw the trailer for that yesterday.
That's
I'm
not
not excited.
Is there a
for
new
that.
one?
I haven't seen any until yesterday.
Okay.
So I don't,
Does
it's new to me.
he symbiote up at the very end?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's yeah.
He's like, oops, sorry, Chris.
Yep. Yeah, that was definitely in your pinky.
No shit, I need a new grad student.
Guess just put it in the trash and get another one.
It's a write
Wow,
off.
even that's off camera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, animal cruelty reasons.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna just kill a mouse.
Right.
Why even be alive?
Yeah.
Or mimes.
So they're explaining how the spiders are just dummy spiders because they can't get it on, like bees or ants.
Yep.
So, which I think that's spiders can't do that. I don't think so.
Oh, that's how that works.
Yes.
So we're learning. Yeah, so the dead one in the cereal.
Yep.
Ah, yes. Bunch of dead
Yeah.
spiders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
I like being at the top of the food chain.
Yes.
That's where
That's
I like
nice.
being.
Exposition from the science man
Yeah, and this
about
is,
how spiders are going to kill you all in
Right.
this movie.
and this is kind of the only, like, all right, we're going to stop and do an exposition dump part of this movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty
And it's fine,
self-explanatory
yeah.
as far as like spiders equal death.
Mm. Oh, nice to meet a colleague.
Like offending spiders. No.
None of this is good news.
Nope.
This is all bad. Spiders beget spiders. Mm-hmm. Dum 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 dum.
I really do like that they show a lot of these people as competent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not just
It's not
bumbling.
like a bunch
beside
of
Lloyd.
bumbling people that are around, so it doesn't seem like the threat is real.
Yeah,
Right.
They treat everyone they do the right things, and the threat still remains very real.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
The stakes feel higher that way.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it's easy in these kinds of movies to just make.
They're bumbling. They're idiots. They should have done this, or that. Yeah,
this or whatever.
Yeah, and I guess to build off your comment, Jordan, about the stakes feeling real and higher. It's like, okay, even if you do all the right things when you're supposed to do them, you're still probably fucked, kind of thing, right? You know.
Yeah.
Well,
God damn it.
have fun eating popcorn ever again. This guy is such a kook.
Yep.
He's adorable though.
He's living his version of the dream.
Yeah.
Vanna White still looks as good.
Yep,
as she
hasn't
did.
aged in 30 years.
Vanna White and Keanu Reeves are probably vampires.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah, like the guy that's buying the vowel right there. He looks like he looks like Manly when he got back from Venezuela.
Oh no. Oh
Come
well.
on.
Eat it.
Ugh. Because it's all crunchy,
I mean, that's one way to win, right? You just eat the spider.
I guess.
Top of the food chain.
Okay.
You hang it on your wall and it regulates your home temperature.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about your basic egg sack.
That's a big ass egg
It's a
sack.
big egg sack.
Just the assumption that everyone is well aware of what a basic egg sack would look like. Spiders are cannibals. We learned that in Lost in Space.
Yeah.
Arachnocannibals. Blah, 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 blah.
I like this pairing of the two, of Lloyd and,
Yeah.
and Atherton.
Because he's got it. Lloyd, Lloyd doesn't want to be with the fucking
Yeah.
British guy. Fine. Dun,
Like how
dun,
Lloyd is the one
dun,
cop
dun.
in the town.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah, and he's
Good
no.
photography.
Well, that's not good. I can't remember the cop's name, but he's no that cop
Lloyd.
from Killer Clowns.
Oh,
The old rough cop.
What's his name? Mooney.
Yeah. That's quite the house.
No.
color.
Lloyd's name would be Balloony.
Balloon. Yeah.
That's
I,
like he's
for a
balloon.
moment, I thought you
Waiting
weren't going
for
to
it.
catch that one.
Waiting for
Like
it.
he's a balloon. That wasn't a bear joke.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it was.
Because he's more,
Don't-
you know.
Dude, you're
Paul
transparent
Blart
here, buddy.
Oh, God. Nope.
Get those,
You know,
did they
that's
get those from Madame Tussauds?
Yeah. It's a very intelligent spider because it knows so much. Fuck.
You know, in that shot, he looks fake, but she
doesn't,
She
no.
doesn't.
No, I think it's
That might have
because
to do because they probably made a fake head for him.
yeah, because it crawls out through his nose.
Yeah.
That's probably a case of not being able to not teach the spider to crawl out of his nose, but he just couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
That's
Hey
exactly what
man, they
happened.
made Arnold Schwarzenegger bite into a fake or into a dead vulture in Conan,
Yeah. Then he had to get a bunch of shots.
and then they gave him shots afterwards to
Yeah.
make sure they didn't have like bird flu.
Bird rabies.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
yeah.
Yep.
Good work, Arnie.
The same thing with Pfeiffer and Catwoman. She actually puts that bird in her mouth.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
just hopes that it doesn't poop in it.
Yes.
This is a plot point that would be non-existent nowadays because they would just call them
Yeah,
on
cell
their
phones.
cell phones.
See how you do that in modern horror is like, oh, you don't have cell signal here,
Right.
Yeah.
because that's terrifying to as James and Ryan can attest to in the horror games I play with them.
Yes.
It's like you don't have cell service.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Well, it's funny because it feels like lazy writing. Like, oh, you just don't have cell service, but that's actually genuinely scary in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
If
is.
something were to happen and you couldn't get a hold of someone,
Because you tend to form your plans around the assumption that you will have
right?
Yeah.
service.
Like, oh yeah, we can use our phones to figure out how to get from point A to point B.
All right. So, Delbert Daniels and the doctoral student are triangulating the spider signal on
Yeah.
a map.
You can feel like the tension slowly ratchet up
Yep.
in this movie at this point.
My house.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, you're like, well, shit.
The music changes all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Mhm. More strings. He gets more Danny Elfman like in the composition.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
boob.
You can't.
Yeah, it's just like they never even let him.
I'm all right
Yep.
with
No payoff.
Benelux drop.
Yeah.
What's that, James?
I'm all right with a Benelux drop.
Yeah. Good job. I just like the idea that Delbert's part of like this network of exterminators. He's like,
Yeah.
I had a colleague down in Florida attacked next to Black Widows.
Fun fact: spiders love the taste of British people.
And there's the cat.
There's the kitty in the spider web.
Poor cat. And there's a bat in the background.
Yeah.
I would feel so. I don't know. Is he just being completely careless here, knowing how deadly these spiders are? Like,
Yes, it's probably part of it is just him being fascinating.
Oh, of course,
fascinated
yeah.
too. This part is the careless part.
yeah, because
Right.
they foreshadowed that in his spider tank back at his office.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like, again, they don't. That's where the shots are taken too far. You don't need to show the actual bite there.
Yeah, you could just
Right?
you could just show the jump happen. They've done so many cutaways of when
Yeah.
the spider attacks. It's nice to actually kind of see one.
Yeah, but it looks bad.
Yeah, it does look
Better
bad. It
uncork
does look
my
bad.
private stock.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's got the good stuff he's been saving.
The spin-off movie is called Delbert Unchained.
Yeah. That's the poster. Him standing in
Yeah,
the bar.
right there. You know what? The poster would be him standing in a doorway, backlit.
Yeah.
And his shadow, because of all of his
It's like a
equipment, would
spider.
look like a spider.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Hollywood. Waiting for my check in the mail.
Yep. Premise.
Yeah.
A retired Delta.
It's just fucking spider acid.
Oh, private stock.
Just makes him start into smoke.
Ooh. Surprised he trusts that wood. Oh boy. There are so many spiders on that dead British guy.
Yep.
Delbert
Start
keeps it
spraying
together though,
him.
man. He's a professional.
Yeah. He knows
Family
he knows when
ties.
it's bad wood versus spider infestation.
Right. Take out bad wood, put in good wood.
So usually for this podcast, it's take out bad movie, put in good movie.
Right. So, I'm going to hold my comment for just a minute here. Oh no.
No, not Michael J. Fox.
Okay, it's just one spider. It's okay.
Oh
Everybody,
my God.
It
Nope.
begins.
set everything on fire.
Nope.
All the
Yep.
fire everywhere.
What the fuck?
Dude. This is horrifying. Because this actually happened to like some houses. Was it in Australia?
In Australia, yeah.
Where the entire home was infested with thousands of spiders.
It happened to a town, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a dust storm or something on
Yeah. Well, there have been a few instances of that. There were a few in the U.S. where it was just like a single home infested like this. But yeah, the giant one where it like covered field and other homes.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. There's fucking spiders everywhere.
It's like that. I heard this story about like the wasp nest that was in someone's house,
Oh,
and it was
yeah.
like the size of the bed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there was one in the attic where the
Right.
wasps had like 3 million wasps in it.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Oh.
Jordan has entered full on cringe mode. If you were wondering,
Yeah, if you hear a loud sound that sounds like thunder, it's Jordan's butthole puckering. Ah. Nope. All bad. This is
right
all
to get
bad.
you.
They're not immune to drains.
This is the opposite of what is good.
Everyone turn into a drain.
Yeah. Spiders get plus 20 to lockpick. Just towel whips them like in a shower in the locker rooms.
Oh God,
Jesus fucking Christ!
that was a horrific scene.
So some of these scenes to me lose a little bit of their effect because you can really see how they've sped them up a whole lot.
Oh God,
Yeah.
oh no. Just they're everywhere.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Grad student down! Grad student down!
Nope, Dad's gone. Everyone leave.
Did he move his truck like 10 feet?
Yes.
John Goodman.
Double sprayer.
Yeah, dual wielding spider acid.
Look at that.
Oh,
That's so great.
I find it very tough to believe Jeff Daniels isn't already dead.
Goofy yell.
Oh, bad wood.
Bad wood.
Yeah, bad wood.
Oh, so Jeff Daniels just fell from the second floor of his home through the
the
floor
first
of the
floor.
first floor into the basement,
Through the bad wood.
into the cellar.
Which probably would have killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, I
His
mean,
adrenaline's pumping though.
and his appropriate freak out here, too.
Yeah. And now,
That's
presumably,
exactly
if
what
he
I'd be
survives for
doing.
the rest of his life, he himself will likely have bad wood.
Yes. He's afraid of wood from now on.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
So, as was alluded to earlier, there wouldn't be any other spiders near the nest.
Oh, yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
So this is yet again another Michigan native telling us to stay out of the basements.
Just don't do it. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Yep. Basements. Not even once.
Oh. Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun.
Just dark.
It's a big-ass spider. Ah, God! So we got a swinging lamp. It's very dark down here.
The flickering light really,
Yeah.
There's the damn
adds a lot.
padlock.
Yeah.
My investment's going to kill me!
Yeah.
Unfinished basements make me uncomfortable
Me
for
too.
this reason.
There are tons of them in Michigan.
Yeah.
Whole peninsula. Just full of unfinished cement floor basements.
This is a fucking dirt floor basement.
Yeah.
This is really.
This is where his wood phobia comes in now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eh? So Jeff Daniels has got a shovel frantically searching his basement for the spider to take it out in Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
Get over here.
Dun, 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 dun. They do have like spider chick now as a character in one of the more recent Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
games.
Gonna get you. Or am I?
Oh.
Is that a pull from Little Nicky?
Sneaky.
Jesus Christ!
Ooh. Nice.
The movie's shocking conclusion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Full of Greek pudding. Or Greek yogurt.
Full of oikos.
Is that a Cadbury cream egg?
Yeah.
For you, it'd be a Cadbury Scream Egg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh,
But
man.
once it's dead, it's a Cadbury dream egg.
Oh.
Mm.
Old school flashlights, man. They're so heavy.
Therapy.
Now you got to torch that egg sack.
That flashlight is also probably like 8,000 degrees right now.
Oh,
Yes.
Torch that sack.
yeah. Yep. Torch that sack. Torch.
Just use it to start a fire with it. Just focus your light on it, on something for
Yeah.
a couple of seconds.
So.
Hey, spiders! I've got some Amontillado!
Let's say we open a bottle, finish a bottle, see how things go.
He should
Far.
he's got enough of it. He should just, brick up that entrance.
Yeah.
All right, so Jeff Daniels is preparing to torch this disgusting pulsating egg sack.
Hey, I'm sitting right here.
Yeah. Take a swig. Oh. I do like that he's playing up that he fell
injured.
through
He
the
fell
fucking
through a floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has Dumb and Dumber hair now.
Yeah.
Ah!
So now the big one
The,
shows up.
The subtitle for that was, "Oh, ah."
Yeah.
Okay, so
This is how I will die. I will
Yeah.
be trapped under my beer collection.
Yeah.
While a giant spider hunts you.
No, just the being trapped under a beer collection.
Well, that second part's definitely happening. You're just in denial.
That's constantly happening. A giant spider is always hunting you.
That's a cool shot.
Yes, it is.
This lightning silhouette of a spider. Lightning flash silhouette.
The idea, I'm going to sneak up and smack it with a bottle.
Funk. Spider's all.
Well done.
Credits.
Yeah. Shake it off, Spidey. Shake it off. Yeah.
I wanted that to be a grenade.
Yeah.
Right?
They had a string on it.
Molotov cocktails is
Yeah.
his wine collection.
Yeah. Nah. Hey.
Nice little joke.
Yeah. How heavy can that thing be?
He did just fall.
That's fair.
Like
yeah.
16
He's been
feet.
beaten up pretty badly.
And
All
there
right.
were bottles of wine in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I'll concede.
But no, those racks generally are not heavy.
No.
Ugh.
So to speak to your violence part too, Ryan, I would think that looks terrible right there. By the way,
Yeah.
That he likely, if this was a modern movie, would have like a compound fracture.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I thought for a second he might have.
Yeah, that's true. He'd probably there'd be a shot of like
Bone
the
sticking out.
sticking out.
Yeah.
You just,
Probably in his leg.
you just don't need that for this.
This
scene.
is a really
No.
cool shot here.
Yeah, following the spider.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's one continuous shot.
Yeah. And it keeps dodging the flames. It's like a video game battle.
Yep.
This is actually how you kill the queen in the game. You
Oh.
you have to make a flamethrower
Oh.
because it's resistant to the spray.
For a lot of the spider effects in this, they used just like magnets to like move them around or whatever. So for that last scene where he was on the continuous shot, I imagine it was just like a animatronic spider leg moving with a magnet, just leading it around.
Yeah.
That's actually a really
That's a really good
great.
shot.
That is really good, actually.
creepy and
Practical effects on that is really
kind of
good.
hilarious.
I'm right here. Just Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The legs wrapped around his head.
Ba-na-na-na.
Nice coat.
Pipe
Swear to
rattling.
me. Where are the other spider eggs?
Where were the other eggs going? He's like slowly losing his mind.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like Luke Skywalker.
He does. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just toss a couple blasts in there for visibility? Just saying. So he's got a lighter and the aerosol can aimed at. Oh God, it's got him. It's on him.
Just like flailing his legs.
Now
at
we're
him.
at the Saturday Night Live cat attacking person sketch.
Yes.
It's the rabbit from Monty Python. And the
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
Grail.
Yeah.
Got fangs. Like
The spider picks up the wine
Bottle
bottle.
smash.
breaks it.
Stop hitting yourself. How do you like
That would
it?
be amazing.
Oh,
those
so here's
loafers.
his crib
Oh,
experience.
that's right. He's frozen.
Yep.
Good storytelling. Good screenwriting.
The spider's all. It's over.
I'm gonna
Th-
bite
it's-
your dick.
It's delivering its final villain monologue here.
I'm
We
gonna
just
Yeah.
bite your
It
dick.
we just don't speak spider.
Yep. I want to see it like rub its like front forelegs
Do
together
it.
before it bites him.
Yeah.
It's just like, how did we get here, Doctor?
Yeah.
Yes. Fucking close up is great.
I just see him pick up the wood and just be like,
Yeah.
"This is a Starship Troopers prequel."
Oh my god.
So slow. The tension.
And we're in full on Danny Elfman music here.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I like that it shrieks.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's so gross.
It's hatching. It's hatching. Time to torch it.
I like how Danny Elfman. I like how.
Fucking flaming
I like how
spider.
Jenny.
No, it got worse. It's worse now.
You made it stronger.
Oh, the nail gun. Ooh.
Good shot.
That's awesome.
I like how Jeff Daniels is just like everyone else.
Blip.
He has paint cans in his basement as well.
Yeah.
If this was Hot Shots Golf, you'd hear the lady go.
Yeah. Nice shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice shot. There it is.
Hey.
Fuck. Fucking Delbert.
Oh, my God.
I got the padlock open. Do you think Delbert just grabbed it barehanded and just ripped it off?
Probably. The cellar door is probably made of bad wood as well.
Oh, yeah.
So they just pull.
Well, actually, I think it was metal.
Yeah.
Oh.
He probably just used some of that anti-spider acid. He
Just
had.
fucking dissolves metal.
Yeah.
The house is just a giant, like, just
And then they moved back
pock
to the
marks
city, I
everywhere.
take it.
Yeah. So we're
Now we're back in San Francisco.
This is a long enough shot that Tommy Wiseau is getting jealous.
go.
What the shot needs is passing over Golden Gate Bridge.
Camera turns around.
Yeah. You guys think there's a spider in that bottle of wine? Hey.
Nice little joke there.
Mm.
Welcome
Welcome
the
to
rest
the-
of the town.
Yeah. Welcome to the world's worst sweater club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lord.
Is there that much sweater wearing going on in San Francisco?
Oh.
It's perpetually like 72 degrees
Yeah.
and breezy.
Mm.
Record scratch. Ooh, earthquake. Earth
It's
shake.
a giant spider.
Yeah.
Mothra.
And even listening to vinyl albums in like the early '90s, that's like, oh, they're that's very dated for them.
Again, the kid's just being carried away on a sea of spiders.
We don't forget. Don't bug me.
The name
playing
of the
as
song
movie
is Don't
ends.
Bug Me. And roll credits.
Yep. And all the wine's pouring out.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that is Arachnophobia. Jordan,
Yeah.
you're alive. You made it.
Thanks,
I
buddy.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
That's actually a very fine movie.
Isn't
Yeah.
it, though? Yeah.
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 So take us home. View again, brew again.
View again, yes. Brew again, probably not. I'm with James on this one. This one's a little. It's okay. Well, okay. Let me take it back.
Okay.
I would drink it if offered it.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'd buy it myself.
Sure. But no. This is a view again for you. You would watch this movie again despite your
Yeah.
fear of spiders.
I think it's that good.
Something we never addressed during this movie is why are you afraid of spiders, Jordan? There's something
I don't
about them
know.
you just don't like.
I don't know.
Do you have
I've
an
thought about that a
experience
lot.
like Jeff Daniels did?
No, so like I've thought about that a lot, like trying to remember if there was an event. I can remember one time when I was really young. You guys might have had these too. It was we had like a sandbox that looked like a turtle,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
and like a
right.
slide that
Mhm.
looked like an elephant.
Yeah.
Well, the elephant, like you could go in like the hole of where the ear was and go under the slide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I remember going under that slide and seeing there was like a black spider in there,
Mhm.
and I remember being scared and running out of it.
Hmm.
But I think I was already afraid of spiders at that point, and I was like 2 or 3 in this.
Oh, okay.
memory, so I can't remember what might have been like
Yeah, what was the impetus
a
to your phobia?
catalyzing incident
Right.
for
Mm.
the phobia.
Catalyzing incident. That's the name of my garage band. We're gonna start.
Nice, that's good.
Thanks.
Garage band, because there would be a catalytic converter catalyzing.
I'll
something
allow
in your
it.
car.
Well done.
Yeah, no, I liked
All
it.
right.
I like it. It was definitely uncomfortable.
They have a
I
whole
mean,
spider unit.
I was just gonna say any movie that has something in the credits called Spider Unit,
and spider consultants.
Spider Spotter.
live spider coordinator.
Could you imagine that being your job? I assume Spider Spotter is, all right, cut. Okay.
Where'd it go?
All right, Jimmy, find them all.
Yeah, geez. It's bless you. Like it's just that guy's job to like keep track of all the
Yeah.
spiders in the scene at all times.
They have little barcodes on them or something, you think?
Jeez.
Tags.
I'm really curious how they did some of the effects because some of them were clearly real spiders.
Oh,
but
yeah,
they were
most of
like,
them.
but there were wires attached to them at some point.
Yeah, we see a few wires and probably fishing line.
Yeah.
I was
Which you can pass off as
hypothesizing.
webs with a lot of instances, so it works.
Right.
And like you said, there were some magnets used.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there was like some pressurized air to maybe just kind of like
Oh, sure.
kind of push
yeah.
them along.
Get them to encourage them to move.
Right. To herd them, spider herding. Oof.
That'd be really interesting to see how they did that.
Mm-hmm,
I was going to say the Foley was really well done. Like you said, the potato chips and the mustard packets. The sound effects were well done. Yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I was expecting
Good.
it to be in agony the entire time, and I actually really enjoyed this.
Yeah. And this is a spider movie where the spiders aren't like ridiculous size because like you had your creature features from the 50s and 60s were like it's a giant spider or a giant Gila monster.
Sure.
Or even in the
Eight-legged
early
freaks.
2000s, eight-legged freaks.
freaks. With David
But the
Arquette.
spiders are huge.
Right. This is more about like that normal fear of spiders. That
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's
so
just
many
a lot
people
of them.
have.
Yeah,
Like,
and
no one, very few people like love spiders.
Right.
Like,
I think they're
want
cool.
spiders in their house. Like you can objectively think they're cool, but like I don't want spiders in my
Yeah,
house. Like
sure.
I
Just roaming around.
I pay several $100s a summer to make sure that I never see spiders in my house.
I
So,
understand.
but I live close to the water, so
Yeah. Yeah. James, view again, brew again.
View again. Yeah, I like this movie. So it's one of the more grounded creature movies out there.
Certainly.
I think that's a strong. It's a strength of this movie
yeah, I think it makes it work as more than just a scary
Yeah.
movie.
because you and I went and saw Eight-Legged Freaks in the theater, Ryan.
Yep.
Because of course we did. And
I also saw that in theaters.
Nice.
that movie actually has a scene that's far more horrifying to me than any of the scenes in this, just from a thought perspective, which is when the trapdoor spiders grab people and pull them into their trapdoors.
Right.
In the movie, like the thought of that whole process is just horrific. That does speak to the strength of this movie, which is like the pain and everything they show in this movie is very quick, but it's not over the top. Like it's a lot in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what they're putting it to. So
Sorry to interrupt, but apparently they did shoot in Venezuela at some point, which I imagine for a lot of those shots they did.
Yeah,
but that,
the exterior shots
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. Brew again. I'm with Jordan. If someone had this around, I'd drink it. I think the tart peach kolsch, like I said from Ballast Point, is doing a very similar, not exact same thing because they're not the same kind of beer, but they're shooting for the same concept from like a refreshing peach beer, and I think it does it a lot better. So,
the Kolsch has more of a grainy. It feels more like a beer. You know what I mean?
And it has to me the peach flavor shows through more in that. Like this tastes more kind of like peach candy,
Okay.
as opposed to that other one, which I think tastes like a fresh peach.
Okay. I haven't had that one in a while, but I do really enjoy this one. So I'll segue into my own view again, brew again. I'll do brew again first. Yeah. Like we are currently in a nice, cool, air-conditioned basement, and it is currently 90. One second.
Checking the phone there,
91
boss.
outside. 92 outside. If I was stuck outside, I would want to drink one of these. It's light. I can feel like I could drink like that entire 6-pack by myself. It's only 4.5%, so you're not going to feel it after one or two of them. But it's nothing spectacular. I'll give it that. But it is very refreshing and it's very tasty. I think it's at least worth a try. Especially because you don't see a lot of Berliner Weisses in bottles or in general, like unless you go to a tap room.
Sure.
So for the pure accessibility of this style, I think it's worth noting. For the movie, yeah, I'm not gonna actively watch it though. Like if I'm somewhere and it's on, I'll sit down and watch it. Or if I'm flipping through channels and I see it, then I'll watch it. But I'm not gonna be like, hey, let's watch Arachnophobia. tonight unless I find someone else who is a huge
Right.
arachnophobe.
Now that said, it was not nearly as scary of a movie as I was expecting.
Yeah.
I think I always thought it was had some comedy elements to it, but I thought it was more of a straight ahead like horror thriller. It's really more like a Spielbergian family movie that has spooky spiders in it,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, they do a good balance between like the thriller and the comedy aspects. Like
Yeah.
I think in like some of the stuff I've read about this, it was like you can do like a high stakes movie without people like generally being like scared. Like it's like this. There's scenes in this movie where it's very very tense. Where it's the scene with was trying to trap the spider underneath the glass.
Yeah.
At Metcalf's house, like that's like, ooh, is he gonna jump? Is there
Right.
gonna have like it's just gonna be a big long scene, but it's high stakes, but
And I agree
low
with what
stress.
you said earlier about all of the sort of secondary and tertiary characters being well developed enough that they don't just feel like set pieces.
Right.
You know, they actually are. You're
They all have
"Oh,
some
I know
kind of
who they're
defining
talking
feature."
about," when they're like, yeah,
Right.
I like that. Yeah, it was well done.
Yep. Ryan, bring it home.
All right, so I'll start with Brew again, just because I echo more so Jordan and James here that I like this. It's good. I think this is a great, perfect summer beer, but to me, this is not memorable enough or unique enough for me that I would care to really drink this again. There's other stuff out there, but to your point, Max, I think this is just a good, maybe an entry to a nice summer beer if you're not typically into.
Yeah. I will
things in
say
the summer
that
that are not,
this
really
isn't
light.
as tart as a lot of Berliners I've had, which sours aren't for everyone.
Sure.
Or this could be a great like intro to the style. Kind of.
Yeah, agreed.
I agree with that. Yeah, and again, like if I was at a barbecue and was offered this, I would be happy.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, yes,
I
give me
wouldn't
that
be
thing.
like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just I wouldn't think to bring it myself.
sure.
I just want to say here, I'm seeing that this has a 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb, and I feel like that should be higher.
Yeah. Well, a lot of movies we watch generally sit around that level on IMDb, and IMDb is super subjective because like the average is like a 6 or a 7. But on like Rotten Tomatoes, I think it's like a 92.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
But one last thing about this beer though. This is our first beer from Dogfish Head, which I was
Really?
kind of surprised about after 50 some episodes, as they're one of like the bigger like East Coast breweries.
Didn't we do Sequench, or was that just something we did outside of an episode?
We did that outside of the episode.
Oh,
I
okay.
think we've all had Sequench, but I don't think
Yeah.
we've drank it on the podcast. Sequench, I thought about actually getting that for this, but
That's
I've
very good.
had that. I think we've all had it, but this
Yeah.
was something
Have
different.
you had Dogfish Head? They do like a dry hopped brown ale.
Huh.
I forget what it's called.
That sounds interesting.
It's
I
pretty
saw it
good.
at the store yesterday.
It's pretty good. I mean, I haven't had it in a few years, but I remember being impressed by it.
Yeah, they do some pretty interesting stuff. They a number of years ago, some archaeologists found some piece of pottery from Sumatra or Sudan or someplace in the Middle East general region, and there was a recipe for what is likely like the earliest recorded recipe for beer, and they took that and made it into like they made it a beer. I think it's called like the Midas Touch or Hand of Midas or something like that. And it's been on my like beers I would like to try because
Yeah.
they tried to replicate that
Yeah,
recipe.
just for the story of where it came from, that'd be what's right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
It's supposedly terrible.
yeah. Well, it's
That doesn't surprise me either.
yeah. From what I've read about it, it's very different as far as like the ingredients. It's like oh, that's weird, but
Yeah, because then they just kind of like ate alcoholic soup. Was really how they had
Yeah.
bread in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, at least it's potable.
Yep.
so but still I think it's still worth a try.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd try it. Absolutely.
All right, but sorry, Ryan, back
No,
to you.
totally fine. View again. Yeah, I'd watch it. I mean, I own this movie. I have it on DVD. We watched it on Amazon, so we could do the HD thing today. But I think this is a great B movie. I really enjoy it. It's a very lean movie. The plot doesn't do anything it doesn't need to. The characters they've all got their parts. I really like this. However, again, this movie is responsible for me being terrified of certain situations, probably having spiders in them. Yeah, but and interestingly, again, not remembering the first entire opening act was a little weird when I started this up. Thinking maybe is this actually the movie I watched
Right.
growing up? But it was. No, it's very good. I would recommend this as a good B movie. This is a solid
It's
B
kind of
movie
like
for
how
me.
many times have you seen Jaws? Like 100.
Yeah.
So another one of those
Right.
TV shows movies that was always on TV when
Sure.
we were younger. But how many times have you seen Jaws from start to finish? Like maybe once.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always some
All-
sort of
yeah.
piecewise
Well,
thing.
it's
So-
it's a slow movie.
Well, yeah.
So.
You know, all anyone ever really remembers is "Smile, you son of a bitch." We're gonna need a bigger boat. The chalkboard.
Yeah,
And
like
all of
once they
Quinn's-
once they get onto Quinn.
Yeah.
Quinn's boat onward, like that's
Yeah.
Jaws for most people.
Exactly.
So, no, there's like the 45 minutes of pre-Quinn.
Similar to this, where there's like
Yeah.
a good 40 so minutes where it's very slow burn.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, as a rule, it's got John Goodman, so it
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
all be bad.
Yeah,
So,
it just can't.
so thinking about this movie, when it was on TV, I can't recall if it was like in a 2-hour or 2.5-hour time block. Because if it was a 2-hour time block, they could have very well just cut that first act out entirely.
That's possible.
just open in the town.
Yeah, opening
Yeah.
to when the body gets back or
I
something
didn't.
like that.
I'd have to go back and watch how many credits are over that. Because sometimes it gets tricky if you're cutting credits out.
Oh
Right.
yeah, it's the opening. The
Um,
opening credits have like the actors and the director and everything.
Yeah.
So that
Right.
might be it. But
But
you're
that
right.
doesn't mean that they would. It wouldn't be completely unheard of for them to have an alternate cut that cuts that out.
Yeah, the,
Yeah.
the TV cut. Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
This film has been modified from its original version.
Right.
and
for-
formatted
yeah,
to fit.
edited for content and time allotment.
Right.
I wouldn't surprise me if it was in a 2.5-hour block, just because you said it was on TBS, and TBS loves commercials.
True.
So 2.5 hours for an hour and 45-minute movie seems about right. But yeah,
Add another half hour onto that.
Yeah.
I'm pleased.
Good.
Yay.
Good.
Yeah. So
Thanks,
if
Jordan.
you at home are afraid of spiders and know why, please let us know.
Yeah.
And
Like,
also
comment,
Share your spider
subscribe.
stories. Yes.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you know why you're afraid of spiders.
yeah. Or like, comment, subscribe, even if you aren't afraid of spiders. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, PodBean, Stitcher now. We're on Google Podcasts now. We automatically got converted
That's
over
cool.
to that with that release. YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff.
MySpace,
If-
Friendster.
Not yeah,
If you're afraid of podcasts, thank you for being brave and listening to us.
yeah.
If you're not afraid of podcasts, you probably are now, thanks to us.
Yep. I think that about wraps it up for another episode. Thanks all for joining in and listening, and hopefully having some good brews and keeping cool on these hot summer days. And as always, please watch.
And drink.
Responsibly.
Oh, James getting in on the alley-oop. All right. Good night.
Bye bye.